Good morning, 리하리하리하. 안녕하세요. 좋은 아침, 좋은 저녁, 좋은 밤입니다. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever. Hello. Today, for real, we're gonna do Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker 24-person raid Eorzea. I've already queued up for the thing. Estimated wait time 5 minutes. That's a good sign compared to what it said started with like 29 minutes. So we might actually be able to do Eorzea right now. While waiting, I'm gonna start with Food Guesser. Wait, no, Food Guesser already did it last night. Can't do Food Guesser. Then it's time for Riha. Pimpas Riha. What time is it over there? Korea, Japan, it's 12:30 a.m. It's an Alfariha. Alliance raid queues always bring despair for me. Oh my god, tell me about it. Last 3 streams, I tried to queue up for this stupid thing and I couldn't. 1 hour ahead. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty late. But it's a weekend! Saturday night. Sunday morning. Commitments in the morning. Okay, go to bed. Go to bed. It's not too late. You can still wake up early in the morning, like 7:30 and not be dead. Good night, Eva. Q is part of my existence in this game. Which server are you on? Usually NA server queues are super quick. But JP server queues, cause I play like off-peak JP time, it's been pretty slow. What should I do while waiting? Crystal, but I'm usually up in the dead hours. Yeah. An hour for a trial, yeah. Be like that on JP server too. I played MSQ during Japanese dead hour, so whenever I get an MSQ trial, it's always so slow. There are no trapped children in the basement, only fully grown adult NEA members in the gulag. Get your facts straight. And I must mention that the NEA gulag is not connected to my own home. Oh yeah, I went grocery shopping yesterday and found these almost 1 liter Tetra Pak juice for $1 something each. Less than $2 each on clearance. So I bought like 8 8 Tetra packs of those. Is this about children in the basement? I'm telling you, there are no children in the basement, just fully grown NEA members. In the gulag, not in the basement. Ah yes, of course the average wait time was a lie. Maybe I should go DPS instead of healer. Sometimes it's faster for alliance raids. FFXIV. Anyway, the taste is pretty good. It's low sugar juice. Has less than half the sugar content of typical fruit juice. Kinda nice. 오설님 리하. 느리네. It's slow. Alright, let's do food guesser. I wasn't gonna do food guesser because the daily is not up yet. But we can do the random one. Rice, plantains, cheese, eggs, all-purpose flour. Oh, ripe plantains. Sugar, milk, butter, baking powder, salt, vegetable oil, cinnamon, vanilla extract, breadcrumbs. No keyword as to exactly where these are from, so just gotta guess. And they're using paper towel. Warm. Southwest. Uh, Nicaragua. Southeast. Colombia. Aborajados de Plátano Maduro. 파라게가 아니라고요? 네. 콜롬비아산 플란텐 바나나 같이 생긴 바나나 같이 생겼는데 약간 바나나와 감자를 섞은 맛? 플란텐 튀김입니다. Meat, onions, vegetables, spices, cooking oil, dessert wine, Dutch Malay spices. Dutch Malay spices. They're cooking out in the open. Dutch colony that would cook in the... Oh my god. It popped! The queue popped! Oh my god! It's happening! It is happening! After 3 streams. Finally. 마참내. 방송 3번 이것 때문에 진행을 못했잖아. This is one of my... No, I say that every Alliance raid. But yeah, I do love Alliance raids in the game. 24-person raids are so fun and cool. The mechanical spire head could have been plucked straight out of Legend. Alright, we're fighting Fire God the Creator. Thank goodness our tank is not main tanking, because I don't want to heal that. Bullying old men as usual. Not always bullying old men. They just... oh gosh. What is happening? I've only done this like twice. 아니, 땅이 막 바뀌는데. The ground shifted. Is the hammer gonna... Ah! Ah, he's there! 아 뭐야 왜 혼자 I have no idea what I'm doing right now. 아, 죽진 않았어. 죽진 않았어. 그냥 데미지 먹었는데 죽진 않았으니까 된 거야. 어흐라니.
我が紳士と戦い、人の力を見せてみよ。
Oh my god, it's BBK. Ah. 그럼요, 그럼요. 인간의 힘을 보여줘야지. Brawlers and mystery has nothing. Brawler is known as the god of destruction, so we can steal yourself.
決闘のためにこしらえた我が像へと至るがよ。
Oh my god, it's a thing from... It's a thing from Stormblood.
では、会心と一戦交えようではないか。進撃の意向で地に這うがいい。 会心の名のもと
I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, what are these portals?
会心草原
이 포탈 뭐야? Oh my god, I almost got pushed off. Advent of the Eighth. 아, 또 포탈이야. 빨강 포탈 이번에는. 이제 뭐냐? 아, 빨간 포탈. 여기 다 같이 맞는 거야? I have no idea what's happening. 무슨 일이 일어나고 있는 건가 도대체. Poor lost soul. Ah, her voice is so good. 아, 목소리 너무 좋아. Azema, my beloved. 아니 옷 입어볼 때마다 이럴래요 진짜? 혼나네. That mortal should set foot in her divine land. Lion of Eorzea. 아 여기 약간 엘든링에서 그 지하 도시 같다. This kind of feels like the underground city. Soul Velocity, ha! Yeah, it popped. Finally. Cool, 맞아. Azema, my beloved. 아제마님 사랑합니다. Crimson fan. Oh, okay, that's what happened. Okay. なるほど、分かった。全部分かった。ああ、Ah, it's a knockback. Or not a knockback. A push on the orbs. 뭐야 이게? 아, 됐어. Bleedings. Oh my god. Oh my. Her voice acting so good. Ah. What's happening? Ah. Well, I have 3 stacks and I'm still alive thanks to my amazing teammate. So beautiful. 그러니까 무기도 예쁘게 부채야. Nod.
生を司る神なり。私は誰？死を司る神なり。
어떻게 이름이 싸요? 어떻게 이름이 날드싸해?
人の力を裁定いたそう。
아 멋지다 멋지다. 오케이. 우 살살살살. Eat above, flame below. Eat above, flame below. Not sure if I understand. As above, so below. 이해가 안 가요. 에? As above, so below. 에이, 전혀 이해가 안 가고 있어. Once above, ever below. I don't know if this is... 진짜 무엇을 해야 할까? 너무 아프다. Wayward Soul. 이건 또 뭐야 도대체? I have no idea what's that. Do I get expediency at this level? Oh, I do get it.
今一度海軍に来せるがいい
일단 사람을 쫓아내는 너무나도 맞는 말이야. I got hit by that again. Oh, okay, I didn't die though. 죽진 않았다. I didn't die.
合格だ
Approaching the end of Endwalker. Alright, good luck, have fun. Endwalker 6.0 or like 6.5. Anyway, both are good. Good luck. Ooh, 6.0, it's so good. Go get her, go get Meteon. Read everything. Hey, I got comms because I was the only healer remaining. They're safe, thank goodness. I rushed here as soon as I heard the tidings from Raha. Is this true? Beings claimed to be the 12 have appeared. 살인 물리쳤고 나이프. 그거는 한민족의 가장 쉬운 어쩌고저쩌고 한민족의 피를 이어받은 하프 엘프에게는 너무나도 쉬운 어쩌고저쩌고. You defeated them all. Incredible. I had no doubt that you would succeed, but I'm no less impressed for it. Seldom have I blah 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 blah. Alright, he said, seldom have I felt such exhilaration. You think that the day would come that we would put an act for men. I must say, Bargod, you played the villain's role to perfection. Come now, Master. I merely did what was necessary to compel the mortals to confront us. Still, it pained me to speak to our beloved children so unkindly. You say, Azema, yet you seemed happy enough to fight them. You did not forget the true purpose of the trial, I hope. Well, I couldn't help but be excited. And do not tell me you felt differently. Consider yourselves fortunate, children. 'Tis rare indeed to see Nalthal in such high spirits. What in the world is happening? Didn't you say you had defeated them? They managed to flee, or perhaps were resummoned? Put up your weapons. You have naught to fear from us. Rest assured, we're not summoned beings. We do not drain the land of ether, nor do we take men into thrall. But what of the gods who were summoned during the calamity? The ones Master Louisoix called forth to protect the realm. That was not us, but a primal born of your fervent prayers for salvation. Indeed, that the worst of the calamity was averted and the realm restored in its aftermath was a direct treatment to the power of your hopes. Testament. Why choose to appear before us now, not when Meteon was trying to destroy the world? 아니 뭐하다 여태 이제 나오는 거야? Just as men harbor hopes, so too do we gods. To realize our aspirations, 'tis essential that we do battle with you. Thus did I falsely claim that we sought to rule the world. It was deceitful conduct, unworthy of a divinity, and I must apologize, not only that, but for using my power to do harm besides. These hopes of yours, won't you tell us what they are? We cannot. If you wish to know the truth, you must discover it for yourselves. It's not easy to move forward when there is seemingly no destination. But if you press on, you will eventually arrive at the answers you seek. You will understand why we hold our peace, and far more besides. You will learn the very truths of our existence. Go forth, mortals. Seek knowledge of us, and when the time is right, we shall meet again in this place. We've met and exchanged words with the 12. When I pause to think, I can scarce believe it. As if hearing about your battling the 12 weren't shocking enough, to have them appear before my very eyes, suffice to say, it's been an interesting day. While much about them remains shrouded in mystery, at least they seem open to reason, and considering our next step, I should very much like to hear your detailed account of them. Right after I have a word with our client guidance, please give me a moment to introduce myself, and then we can review the situation. I want to queue up for the next alliance raid right now. 지금 당장 다음 레이드 queue하고 싶은데 읽을 게 많네. But I have a lot to read. Okay, BRB, just a sec. Greetings and credit of the students of Valdesian. Do I have the pleasure of addressing Derek, the explorer who sought in aid in investigating this place? I am Derek, and this here is a baby Opopo. Yes, I can see that. Doesn't it have a name? None that I know of, nor would I presume to bestow one, for that would be condescending. See, that's very considerate of you. So I understand you explored the various phantom realms, Derek. Will you recount to me the experience? So while the gods tested you sorely, you did not sense any malicious intent. As Bargot said, they wish to do battles with us, but to it seems they do not necessarily wish to cause us any harm. Though much and more about this perplexes, mayhaps 'tis safe to assume that they are not primals. As you may recall, Livingway once told us that the art of summoning us taught by the Ashians incorporates a fervent desire to assimilate others into one's own. Thus do the resultant primals seek to enthrall worshippers, who in turn seek to grow their ranks. But these beings appear to harbor no such desire. If they are primals, they are unlike those that have been summoned in recent memory. Might suppose that they were created in antiquity, in like manner to Heidelin, but there is no way to prove it. Who could they possibly be, and why do they desire to battle with this man? Even of your little Eorzea, you know precious little. The true identities of the 12, for instance. Emetzelk. Miss Lee. Emetzelk did say that, didn't he? By which we may assume he knew the truth, and challenge you to seek it out too. Suffice to say, you'll do so, of course. Insofar as we can ascertain, this is a matter which has implications for the entire star. In light of this, the students of Valdesian formally accept the commission. We'll investigate the Phantom Realm and the beings who call themselves the 12. Pleased to hear that, thank you. Without further ado, then, I will take a look around. There are a few things I'm curious about. Then, with your permission, I'll take myself around the Eorzea and investigate the worship of those gods we encountered. Y'all, Derek, seeing as you've already seen this place, would you care to accompany me? Oh, I want to do the next raid. Stop giving me text. By all means, but in which case... Could you stay here with Krilla, my friend? Wouldn't do to leave a fair maiden alone. I shall be glad for the company. Take care then, and good luck. So, to explain my plan, it is believed that the 12 were already worshipped during the 3rd Astral Era, when the Allegan Empire flourished. Come the 5th Era, those nations that fought in the War of the Magi each took one of the 12 as a guardian deity. This practice has continued to the present day in Eorzea with some notable regional differences. For instance, each guardians hold Haloni as absolute. while Charlanes enjoy a moderate relationship with Stallion. By visiting various locations in Eorzea and learning about the 12 as they are worshipped, I hope to identify any similarities or differences between them and the beings we. In so doing, I believe we will draw closer to the truth of their identity. For our first destination, I propose we take ourselves to Rogger's Reach. The place is holy ground for worshippers of the Destroyer and promises to yield useful detail. Oh, I only got 2 items out of that. Kinda sad. And neither of them looking that good. There you're real. This place served as a base of operations for your investigation into Omega, did it not? How delightful to be here together. If you don't mind my making an observation. It seems you enjoy traveling with company. I do. It's something I dreamed of for a long time. How cute. There's nothing like traveling with good friends. 하라님이하. Is that so? Real bullying my 연속 출첵. What of yourself? Do you normally travel alone? In my wandering, I much prefer to have solitude. Not that I avoid people or communities, mind you. As a matter of fact, I've been here before on the trail of the Phantom Realm. Now that I think of it, think on it. More often than not, those places where Phantom Realm sightings are known to occur have a tradition of 12 worship. Then I dare hope that we are on the right track. As I'm sure you know, Rogger's Reach is a home to the Temple of the Fist, the ancient headquarters of the Fist of Rogger. Raised by the Mad King Theodoric, the temple lay abandoned before the Alamegan resistance claimed it for its operations. While I doubt that much literature has survived over the years, the people here may possess some knowledge of the local faith. So let us split up and make inquiries, and reconvene here afterwards to share findings. You read the words inscribed on the monument. A storm of blood approaches fast. Hell's open heavens weep. No, for no one soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. Once upon a time, they say explain to you their meaning. That we must prepare ourselves for the strife and sorrow that will inevitably come. Wonder if she says here. Oh, if it isn't Rial, is this man perchance a friend of yours? When last he visited, he shared with me the tales he heard on his journeys. What amazing tales they were. If you have time, I'd love to hear both of your stories. Alas, we're in some haste. We're investigating the worship of Ralger and seek literature on the subject, religious texts and the like. Can any still be found here? Just about all of it is gone, sadly, destroyed by the Empire, if not the Mad King before that. But we haven't lost everything. The mighty image of the Malgar of the Destroyer, the tales we share at the campfire, like the legend of our nation's founding. We still have these things, and they are a source of great comfort and strength to us in our darkest moments. I see, if you don't mind, I would be obliged to hear your stories this time. Rial, rest assured I have this well in hand. Feel free to carry on as you learn. You say here? No, it's just Nago. The Nago. We can barely find time to rest now that the fighting started. I don't mind to join the fighting myself, but Lisa insisted that I see to things here. What fighting? The fighting's over. The Empire's gone. Nago. Nago developed Alzheimer's. I can't believe it. Fatherly woman. Yes, if you have business, please make it quick. I'm due to meet with someone any moment now. You're an adventurer, I take it. What can we students of Alamagan history do for you? You. Just cute. Researching the worship of the Destroyer, you say? In that case, I have something that ought to be of your interest. Be of interest. This is a copy of Destructivity, a scripture of the first Fist of Ralger. The original is one of the few texts that survived the temple's razing, and is in the safekeeping of one Professor Eric. Well, we had best return to our work. Till next time, adventure. You know, I've only had a banana for breakfast. I should probably go get something for lunch. Hopefully I can unlock the next raid and then queue up before going to get my lunch. Rial, what were you able to learn? Copy of one of the scriptures, you say. A moment while I skim over it. I see, this chapter appears to be a record of the construction of the great image of Rhaegar, written in a style that suggests folklore was committed to parchment. When the deluge of the six umbral calamities threatened Eorzea, the ancestors of the Alamigans were guided to safety by a comet. Believing that it was sent by Rhaegar, they came to hold him in the highest. This much of the tale I had been familiar with. But according to the scripture, among those refugees who followed the comet, some claim to have a sight of Rhaegar himself. Their accounts are passed down through the centuries, and worshippers of the Destroyer piece them together to give shape to yonder statue. I must say it bears more than a passing resemblance to the being we encountered. Were that Rhaegar a primer, the explanation for the similarities would be simple. That is, the statue gives rise to a unified interpretation of Rhaegar's appearance, which in turn lends form to the primal. However, this fails to account for what inspired the likeness in the first place. If the scripture is to be believed, it was the sightings during the sixth umbral calamity. If for those witnesses to be able to recognize Rhaegar, they would have needed an agreed-upon idea of his appearance beforehand. If we then consider the history of the 12 worship, that it had already existed in the Third Astral Era, it would not be ridiculous to think that these divinities existed even prior to that. So the question is, did these beings give rise to their respective faces, or are they primals born of? Thought we had made it clear we're not summoned beings. Since time immemorial, our domains have lain scattered across Eorzea. As a matter of fact, one of those in which you set foot is nearby. Not unusual for mortals to glimpse us. That voice, could they be? Indeed, I am Bargot, and the hawk beside me is Rhaegar. I shall elaborate upon my master's explanation. We thus disguise ourselves when we wish to observe the world without, for being seen in our true forms would violate our laws of conduct. Yet, though we similarly disguise our sanctums, veiling them in illusions, rents are known to manifest. The surrounding ether is unstable. Such time, should a gifted mortal chance to be near, they may inadvertently catch sight of us. Of course, during an umbral calamity, the etheric imbalance occurs on a star-wide scale, the ideal condition for seeing the Phantom Realm. Precisely how many times we've been seen we ourselves have no way of knowing, but that is a sound assumption to make. Well, by our God, I believe that much shall suffice by the way of an apology for our deception, shall we? Indeed, that is all we are at liberty to reveal. Fare you well, children of man. Wait, that's Bargot. Fare you well, children of man. Aside from their reticence where it concerns their identity and objective, these divinities are certainly approachable. If what they said it was true, and their worship can be traced back to their sightings, it would serve to explain one thing. According to my research in the field of comparative mythology, Rhalgr is often observed to bear many similarities with Ramu. Assuming both were inspired by Rhalgr of the Phantom Realm, their divergence may be attributed to differences in culture between men and sylph. So you believe that they gave rise to the prevailing faces of Eorzea? Given available evidence, yes, I'm inclined to. Yet none of this explains their presence. How and when did beings of such power come into existence? Oh, it's you, Krill. Something happened. Really? Very well, I shall take care of it. Rura has recruited an acquaintance to aid in our investigation, an authority on mythology. I must go and receive her at the Sunken Temple of Karn, where she is currently conducting field work. After a brief detour to prepare a little something. Conveniently, Thanalan is home to countless adherents of Nalthal. While I tend to business, may I ask the two of you to make inquiries in Nalthal? Very well. Excellent. I'll join you as soon as I'm able. By your leave. Does goodbye, or the bye in goodbye, originate from your leave? So just you and me in Odaha. I suppose it can't be helped. I thought you liked traveling alone. The face of an explorer. Apprehension is writ plain upon Derek's face. What strange manners for the one who proposed the survey to so promptly abandon it. I'll not lie, I'm not given to working one-on-one with another, but I suppose I agree to this arrangement. Well, we had best be on our way. As I recall, Melvinus Saccharium is still closed for construction, so let us try our luck at Azarnes Ossuary. You have no objection to traveling separately, I trust. Good, I shall see you in Odaha. Ah, you're here. Of the Davic twins, Nalzal. Here is a worship Zal who keeps the realm of the dead and weighs the worth of men's souls. Whoa, Warframe upon ye. Warframe, okay. Ah, it is a free game. Never played Warframe in my life. In contrast, Nald keeps the world of the living and oversees their financial fortunes. Their names are borne by many allocations and religious organizations. Some extremely wealthy and powerful exist to nurture faith in them. On the surface, it may seem strange that a hub of commerce such as Oldaha could be home to such spiritual people, but it is actually quite logical when one considers that their religion is, in essence, commerce. Warframe, huh? In any event, Nalthal is truly unusual divinity. What was once originally held to be one god came to be worshipped as twins. Indeed, rather than two distinct entities, that which we encountered was a single being possessed of two personalities. Did I mishear? Did he just say they encountered Nalthal? And while his appearance differs somewhat to the divinities worshipped, it cannot be denied that there are striking similarities in their nature. Forgive me, this is hardly the place for such a conversation. Let us continue it elsewhere. It was careless of me to openly speak of our encounter with the divinity within a place where he is worshipped. Hereon I shall exercise greater caution. I thank you for alerting me to my indiscretion, and ask that you keep it between us. Now then, to finish our conversation as I mentioned, though the Nalthal as worshipped by men appears somewhat different, there are undeniable similarities in their nature. I believe we may report this much to Ratia. With that, our work here is done. Rather than waiting for a companion to arrive, perhaps we might seek him out to do something. He mentioned needing to make a detour. Were we to set out now, we ought to be able to catch up to him. After all, we hardly know one another. Rather than loiter with an unfamiliar person, it's better to use our time productively. Okay, you don't like spending time with me, that's fine. And let us head to the Sunken Temple of Karna. Laugh Scholar. You're here, thank goodness. I found this woman collapsed. Though I can see no obvious injuries, by her attire she appears to be some manner of scholar. Water, food in my bag, please. I see, Riel. May I trouble you to find her bag? I'll stand lookout on the... Where would a scholar place his bag? Large bag. Examining the bag, you find a skin with little water left, but there is no preventer. Now you decided to take the water to the wound. So thirsty, so hungry. Not enough food. I need food. I have not saved dried fuzz leather. Do you have anything easier to consume? Yo, Derek, what are you doing here? Actually, that can wait. Daddy Schnoogheim, I brought you Archon loaf and coffee. Made sweet and creamy just as you like. Archon loaf? Ah, I am reborn. Washed down with a sweet beverage. Archon loaf from head to toe. Thank you, kind stranger. However you knew my preferred source of sustenance, you are truly a godsend. What's you, Raha? What brings you here? I don't recall mentioning my field work. For my research into Palladian's worship of Azema, you see. Haven't you heard from Kurilla? The students are presently investigating the 12, and we would prevail upon your experience. May I introduce Schnoogheim, expert mythologist. She is a collaborator of the students. Many a Charlatan scholar is passionate about her endeavors to the point of forgetting to eat. Seeing as she has recovered, may I ask the two of you to tell her about the Phantom Realm? All abide in the Phantom Realm, and you exchange not only words with them, but blows besides. Incredible. And your description of the domains, a thunderous tower in one, and a sweltering city in another, are precisely as the heavens of lightning and fire as depicted in legend. In ancient times, worshippers of the 12 believed that there exist 7 heavens and 7 hells. Astrology has since established that departed souls return to the ethereal sea. But it seems those afterlife domains were more than just inventions of mortals. As a pursuer of myths, I must say it feels somewhat anticlimactic to suddenly have these revelations. But more than that, I'm dying to know more. Say, please allow me to join your investigation. We would of course welcome your presence. Without further ado, then, let us head to Umfollow. Really waits us there. Forcing more people on Derek. Let me queue up for the next fight. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome, Shugan. I'm glad you could join us. How delightful to see you again. I understand you've been doing a fine job leading the students. But may I say what a lovely place this is? At a glance, this appears to be the highest of the heavens of a legend. Seventh heaven. Ooh, those are symbols representing the other heavens. I take it those are their respective gateways. I should like to pay them all a visit. To Shugan's benefit, let us review what we've learned thus far. Thence, deliberate the next step. The gods reappeared before us in Valor's Reach. Though they were disguised as unassuming creatures, their laws forbid them from showing their true forms outside their realm. Yet in the event the ambient ether becomes unstable, such as during an umbral calamity, it is possible for the realm, and indeed the gods themselves, to be glimpsed by mortals. And such sightings, we believe, have given rise to various phases practiced throughout Eorzea. As we confirm in Aldaha, Nalthal, worshipped by the people, and Nalthal we encountered here have more similarities than do they have differences. In the course of exploring the Umfollows, two things caught my attention. The first is a gate which lies in the innermost area. And each of the other 6 gates, if each of the other 6 gates lead to an elementary aspected heaven, we stand in the 7th heaven, as Snugam says. What then lies beyond the last gate? Hell. The second is this monument. It harbors some manner of magic unlike anything I've seen before. I'll endeavor to decipher it, but it'll take some time. Divinities that have existed since time immemorial, who abide in domains resembling the heavens of legend. Why have they chosen to reveal themselves to mortals seeking battle? Unless they favor us with more of their secrets, it would seem this monument holds the key to solving the mystery. Indeed, much and more yet lies beyond our understanding, but we'll keep chasing the truth together. As I'm sure you'll agree, though, this is tiring work. Both mentally and physically, we need to pace ourselves. To which end, might I suggest we return to Revenant's Toll and have a rest before we embark on the next stage of our investigation. Okay, that appears to be the first part done. Second battle should unlock soon. Hopefully within the next 5-10 minutes. So rarely do I get to simply chat with colleagues. I'd barely forgotten what it is. Indeed, and it's quite fitting that we should be doing so here at the Seventh Heaven. Fitting, that's an understatement if I ever heard one. The seventh and the highest of the heavens, which rules over the remaining 6, was right here in Mordona all this time. This isn't fitting, my friend. This is destiny. You're obviously well versed in the myths surrounding the heavens and hells. If you don't mind, I should like to hear your thoughts on them. Invested as they are in their search, it doesn't take much to stoke their passions. My apologies if it makes you uncomfortable. Having always traveled alone, I am admittedly not too familiar with such a lively atmosphere, but I do not mislike it. By the way, the two of you arrived at the Sunken Temple rather quickly. Something happened. Well, as pleasant as this has been, it's past time we return to the annex. Paperwork for this commission isn't going to complete itself, alas. Then I shall take myself to the Umphalos. There's so much there that I'd like to see. And I believe I'll go for a walk nearby. It's getting a little warm here. Alright, do take care now. Speak with Derek. Oh, real, it's pleasant, isn't it? The smells and the sounds of a tavern, it makes one feel alive. And afterwards, stepping outside alone and breathing the cool air like that, just as much. While we await developments actually remaining. If there are any tidings, rest assured of. Thank you for your help thus far. I doubt so much could have been accomplished. Okay, that's the first part done. Please, please, please let me fight. Return to the Phantom Realm, there we go. Derek betrays a gleam in his eyes at the sight of you. Oh, greetings, Riel. If you've come to ask about developments in our Phantom Realm investigation, then your timing couldn't be better. A short while ago, I received word from Gratia. He and Krita have completed their preparations in Charlian and are ready to resume field work. Even as we speak, they make their way hither. Let's wait for them together, shall we? Ah, there they are. Why is Raha dying? Clearly, Raha didn't do enough squats. What in the heavens are you carrying? This, my friends, is the latest technological marvel to come out of Charlian. I give you the etheric analyzer. Holding dust, you take a measurement of the ambient ether, whose waveform is then recorded by the ethereal transcriber at the back. This provides us detailed data of the environment which we can study at our leisure. As you know, the Phantom Realms are hidden by illusions. In order to ascertain their nature, I suggested to Krilla we record the data with proper equipment. It's a camera, kinda. Alas, that equipment is tremendously cumbersome. Raha has done well to bring it here. As expensive as it is doubtless is, I hope we can return it in the same condition. Return it. Yes, to the forum. In approving our investigation, they granted us use of the device in addition to their financial backing. Despite the students' greatly reduced scale, the forum has faith in our endeavors. Thus did the approval notice declare, I'm proud to say. We owe much of this goodwill to the science, you yourself not least of all. That being said, we can't depend on the forum indefinitely. We must stand on our own 2 feet again. It begins with our efforts in this investigation. The 12 are meant to be Eorzean deities, guardian deities, yet they seek battle with mankind. What could it possibly be that motivates them? In treating with them earnestly, I am hopeful that we will find the answer. Well, we shouldn't keep Snugan waiting. Without further ado, let's join her in the influence. Welcome back. Well now, if it isn't the other analyzer, you've done well to get a hold of it. Indeed, we are duly grateful to the forum for the loan. It's no small thing to be lugging about, but I've always wanted to try it. If you're ready, Raha, you may proceed with the measuring the other of the final. Riel, please assist him, will you? In the meantime, I have mind to further examine the monument with this guy. How does that sound? Like a plan. As a matter of fact, I've already done a little bit of work on that front. As we previously determined, the monument harbors some manner of magic. This magic I've since found takes the form of an epigraph. By consulting experts in the field of archaeology, I was able to make a discovery. Oh yes, a most startling discovery. That is, the epigraph is largely incomplete, so we can't read it. So you didn't make a discovery. But see, establishing what one doesn't know is also an important step in research. For a blessing, the language used doesn't appear to be completely unknown. If we can but fill in the missing information, it should be possible to make sense of it. But where do we even begin looking for such information? Why, we ask the gods themselves, of course. By giving them battle they desire, we're doing them a favor, are we not? And that being the case, I dare say they would grace us with their presence if called. Please come with me. Yes, are we finally going for a second battle here? Please, I need to queue up before the Japanese go to bed. I mean, they are going to bed as we speak, but before they all go to bed. Oh, the thing I would ask them if they really did appear. Now, going by astrology, the heaven of Earth should be the next to open, and it just so happens I know the perfect incantation for this purpose. Open Muntui. Is that like Open Sesame? It's a time-honored charm passed down in Gridania, whose patron is Nafka, one of the deities said to dwell in the heaven of Earth. Come everyone, say it with me. Open Sesame. Open Mantui. I can't believe it worked. Guys, don't miss this. Nafka is hot. Nafka is very hot. Nafka, my beloved. I mean, I say that to all the female formed deities. What delightful children you are. I too have desired to speak with you. By the 12, it's her. It really is her. It looks precisely as depicted in legend. Amazing. It's an honor to meet you, Nafka. If I may, what is it that you wish to speak about? You seek to decipher the monument, do you not? If you face more of us in battle, I myself included, we shall grant you the key to unlocking that mystery. We would, of course, be much obliged for such a gift, but are you certain? The gods before were not exactly forthcoming with your secrets. Closely have we watched you from our respective sanctums, watched as you faced us and pursued the truth with pure hearts and minds. In light of what we have seen, we have concluded thus. Then should you uncover the monument's purpose, you would be still willing to lend us your aid. Help us to fulfill our heart's desire, so too shall we grant you yours. I look forward to receiving you in my sanctum, my dear children. Cat missing out on Nafka, for shame. Can I please queue up? Please, pretty please. The original plan was to revisit the heaven of lightning and fire. But I believe all would agree that we should prioritize Nafka's invitation. Well, Snoogam, your charm did the trick. The way to another heaven lies open and beyond the truth of the monument. The truth of the monument. I can scarcely wait to pore over the Yasser data, Raha. Riel, I leave it in your capable hands. As for you, Derek, may we rely on your guidance once more. Now that we know what awaits, I do not feel my presence is necessary. On the contrary, I would only be a burden. As you wish, of course. We can still count on you to pray for a friend, though, I trust. glad that I can join you this time, Rial. Encumbered as I am with the analyzer, I fear I won't be able to assist in battle, but I shall do my best, my part, and secure the data we need. Next battle! Yay! Finally! Eorzea now accessible. I hope the Japanese haven't all gone to bed yet. 30 minutes, it's over! It's over. Well. Hey, at least we got one battle done and the next one unlocked. I guess this is where we end our stream. Oh yeah, we didn't finish Food Guesser. So this strange concoction. Corn, so perhaps South America. Although, cooking in the open like that, well, yeah, also could be South America. I have no idea where... Dutch Malay. Would it be Malaysia? I feel like the ingredient's not very Malaysian. But let me try Malaysia. Ice cold! Well, now we know. South America. I mean Africa. Nice. Meat, onions, vegetables, spices, cooking oil, dessert, wine, Dutch Malay spices. Potjekos is a traditional South African dish that is cooked in a round cast iron pot over an open fire. There you go. The origins of potjekos can be traced back to the earliest Dutch settlers in South Africa known as the Boers. Bondiola, sandwich bun, chimichurri, mayonnaise, lettuce, tomatoes, mustard, pickles, onions. Chimichurri. Cold. South America. Marinating a pork shoulder in a spices. Curry. Chimichurri. Peru. Brazil, Uruguay, Argentina. Rice, fried chicken, sambal, soy sauce, fried egg. So? India? Hi. Eh? Wait, what? Northwest of Indo, southeast of Thai. Not Malaysia, because Malaysia borders Thailand and Indonesia. Not Brunei, because Brunei borders Indonesia? Question mark? 파스트머핑님 니하. 관련 있을 것 같긴 한데 말레이시아도 아니고 태국도 아니고 인도네시아도 아니고 Singapore. 이거 어디지? Is it Brunei? Okay, it is Brunei. I thought Brunei borders Indonesia as well as Malaysia, but I guess it only borders Malaysia. 브루네이가 인도네시아랑도 국경이 다 있는 줄 알았는데 아니네요. Okay, so Brunei is here, yellow. Malaysia in light gray, Indonesia in dark gray. Gin, orange juice, grenadine, absinthe. Wait, we had this. 이거 어디였더라? Where was this from again? Absinthe. Was this France? Okay, it was France. Monkey gland. 아, 이게 그 혼돈의 칵테일이잖아. 스코틀랜드 출신 바텐더가 프랑스에 있는 뉴요크 바에서 만든 모티프는 러시아 프랑스 외과의사 세르게 보로노프의 시술이 모티프가 된. Yeah, this was the chaotic drink made by Scottish bartender in France's New York bar in France, in Paris, named after the Russian French surgeon's controversial medical procedure. Super foodie, ruined by Nashi Katok. Anyway, I don't think we'll be queuing up for the battle today. So, you know what? I'm gonna start Dawn Trail. I'm starting it, guys. I'm starting Dawn Trail at 7 to 8 p.m. tonight. And I will do the raids later. I can wait no longer for Dawn Trail. I'll do the raids when I need to take a break from the main story or something. Oh, the wool vote! I'll just do cat. Because we haven't done cat. Oh, no, wait, we haven't done Allison either. Time for the wool vote then. I'll do a YouTube vote. Quick poll on Discord. Sure, Discord poll. 디스코드에서 다음 뭐시기 다음 확장팩인 황금의 유산은 미코테로 할지 엘레젠으로 할지 결정하는 그 투표를 하겠습니다. 디스코드에서 확인해 주시고 반영은 이따가 저녁 7시, 8시 한국 시간으로 오전 8시에서 9시 사이에 시작할 때 그때 판타지아를 쓰겠습니다. Yeah, I'll use the Fantasia and make the change at the start of the stream, the evening stream. Okay, so check Discord for the poll, and I'll see you guys at 8, between 7 and 8. 맞다네. Why? Wait, hold on. 3 out of 6 healers and 2 out of 15 DPS. Do we have a chance? I don't know. What time is it? It is 2:22 p.m. in Japan. I think that might be too late. Yes, I'm gonna quit here. Bye! See you later. Bye! 리바! 이따가 봐요. 그리고 디스코드에서 투표 확인해주시고 디스코드 링크 없으신 분은 디스코드 여기로 오시면 됩니다. 링크 드릴게요, 지금. Discord link. Discord link. Here is the Discord link. 트위치, 유튜브, CGG. Public link. It's not a public link. It lasts for an hour and has a use of 5. 자, 디스코드 링크 여기 있습니다. Well, I guess public link for now. 자, 디스코드 링크 여기 있습니다. And YouTube. Okay, I'll see you guys during the evening stream. 자, 아침 방송에 뵙도록 하겠습니다. Bye. 디스코드에 와서 투표하시고 bye.